a down quarterback cycle in last year's class. We got 3 in our top 4 this go-around. With the 4th pick, the Indianapolis Colts selecting Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida. Exciting tape, some outrageous combine numbers, enough to get the Colts here biting on Richardson. The dual-threat QB led all FBS in yards per rush last season. The talent filling in, maybe what he lacks in experience. Richardson's 13 starts, tied for the fewest for a first-round pick since the year 2000. Wow, so there it is, Anthony Richardson at number 4. We got to grade it out first, folks, and for that we go to Pete Prisco. Pete, I'm excited to hear the grade on this one because it's going to be panned some places as a reach. Do you see it as such?
Look, I'm a big Anthony Richardson guy if you build the offense around him, and Shane Steichen did that with Jalen Hurts. I think he can do it with Anthony Richardson. I just think there's a high ceiling here and a really low floor, so that's my concern, the inconsistency. I would have taken Will Levis. I think he would have been a better fit. They didn't. They took Anthony Richardson. I gave it a B.
All right, Pete slapping a B on Richardson at 4. Got to be honest, higher than I thought it was going to be here, guys, but we need your take as well because there's some wow factor to Anthony Richardson when he has the football in his hands, but everything is framed around that inexperience. 24 touchdown passes in his college career. We heard the news already about the starts, Ryan. What's the situation right now in Indy? Because for quarterbacks, that's everything. The situation you're going into, Gardner Minshew in that room. I mean, it's a franchise that's been looking for a franchise quarterback for a very long time now. Is this the answer?
Yeah, I think it is, but B-Mac and Joe, we were just talking about this. You have to be patient. And I think that the great thing about the situation Anthony Richardson is going into, 2 words, Shane Steichen. And he was the offensive coordinator in Philadelphia when Jalen Hurts had all that success, and a lot of that was, of course, Jalen Hurts growing into his role. But remember, Jalen came out of college, number 1, second-round pick. Number 2, there were concerns about accuracy, but he could run the football. He could win with his athleticism, and that's how Anthony's going to have to win early. This guy is all about football. Everything I've heard about him is he's a great young man, and he is focused on football. He's a Gainesville kid through and through. I don't think he's ever left Gainesville. This will be his first opportunity to be outside of Florida. And if he's focused on football, and if Shane Steichen can juggle being the offensive coordinator as well as being the head coach, this could be something special. But, B-Mac, I don't think you can do it right away. This has to be a project.
And speaking of being a project, Anthony Richardson is like an NBA prospect. He's getting drafted on potential because he hasn't really done a lot. It's a very, very small sample size in regards to collegiate film, playing on that level. Only 13 starts, so you have to be concerned, and I echo everything Ryan just stated in regards to the exercise and patience for this kid because he hasn't seen a lot. And this kind of gives me, I'm sorry, Colts fans, Mitchell Trubisky vibes because remember, he had 12 starts when he went number 2 years ago to your Chicago Bears, Joe, and it didn't work out well. They weren't patient enough for him. So if they can have a game plan in place and allowing the thick mustache and Gardner Minshew to really handle the position and then bring him in long slowly, then I think they should be okay because the potential is there. Athletically, he has it. The arm strength is there. He needs to work on his touch mechanics and some other nuances within his game. But the ceiling is very, very high if he put forth the effort to be able to reach that ceiling.
Do you agree with Pete Prisco that they should have instead taken Will Levis here?
You know what? I kind of put Anthony Richardson and Will Levis in the same neighborhood. It depends on which house you like. You like your garage on the side of the house or in the front of the house? You know what I mean? A personal preference. But I'm okay with the Colts going this direction because I do believe if you were to compare Will Levis and Anthony Richardson, I believe Anthony Richardson has a higher ceiling than Will Levis.
He's also going to have something real nice in that garage after going number 4 to the Indianapolis Colts. Fellas, great work as always. With this, Richardson becomes the first Florida quarterback drafted in the first round since who else? Tim Tebow back in 2010. And you take a look at his season a year ago. 2,500 yards in the air. 17-9 touchdown to interception ratio, but the ceiling is high. There is now a house to be built in Indianapolis.